Everyone, welcome to A Pinch of Salt. I'm so excited to be able to introduce to you a wonderful cooking segment right here at Central Coast News that's going to be available to you every single week. Welcome back to A Pinch of Salt. My name is Chef Daniel and I can't wait to introduce my next guest, Fiona Lloyd, writer extraordinaire. Fiona, tell me, we've been friends for quite some time. You know, I've always known you as a writer, but what kind of writer?
Well, I love writing for children. It wasn't always the plan.
Right.
I just decided to write anything and see what happened. But over time, I realized that is where I sit, and I absolutely love writing for them.
So when you're writing for children, is there a different kind of technique? Is there a different way you have to actually construct the books and things like that?
Yeah, sure. It's there's very specific processes that you follow. Obviously, creativity is relatively free, but there's a lot of things, particularly in picture books, that you need to think about. Picture books are actually the hardest form of writing for children. You have to leave a lot of space for the illustrator, make sure they can also tell a story independent of yours, and obviously have something that kids really connect to and see themselves reflected in.
Right, so it's quite fascinating you say that, because I also believe in the whole connection with food and ingredients, and so the way you're writing for the kids is almost the way you have to kind of cook for the kids as well, making sure they're connected with an ingredient, or they like something, or they go, oh, I want to eat that, and then they kind of regularly eat it.
100%. Yes.
What's some of the books that you've written, recently? I heard you've just been published with Penguin.
I'm about to be, yes.
Ah, congratulations, awesome.
So in the past I've written shorter pieces that have gone in charity anthologies to raise money for children's charities or the Fire Brigade. But this is, my first novel with Penguin coming out next year.
Wow.
And it actually has a serious mental health focus, but with a lot of fun and the music of Elvis.
Yeah, wow.
So something a bit different.
So you got mental health awareness in there with Elvis and, a book for kids. This is actually quite an interesting task to undertake. How do you come up with an idea like that?
This one was initiated actually partly by my daughter, who heard an Elvis song on the radio and said, "Who's that?" And I couldn't believe.
Wow.
I think you take it for granted at our age, everyone knows Elvis. And then also I'd actually just finished reading another set of books by Maurice Gleitzman, who was our Australian Children's Laureate a few years ago. And they were about the Holocaust. So again, a very serious topic, but done absolutely beautifully with some humour for children. So his work influenced the idea, and I came up with this character, very Australian boy, and thought, what serious things has he gone through, and how could he resolve and overcome those problems? So
that character could kind of resonate with a lot of the issues that we've got, today.
Yeah, I've tried to make it as topical as possible. Featuring a parent with depression, which a lot of children have. And obviously make the child as resilient as possible and have him overcoming the emotions and the hurdles to help her get better.
Well, one of the things I do believe in is eating healthy and eating good as well is very, very important in day to day. And as a working mum and a wife to a very, very good looking husband, I've got to say, shout out, I got you. What we've got today is a very, very kind of simple, basic stir fry.
Okay,
and I think stir fry is one of those things that you can actually introduce into the day-to-day that kids can cook, or one of those things also I liked with cooking is that sometimes it relieves me as much as it, like your books were saying, it's that kind of, okay, I want to be calm, I want to be relaxed, kind of take away from your anxiety and the depression part, because you're really focusing in on a couple of ingredients, but also cooking fresh food well kind of gives you the instant satisfaction to make you battle the next day.
Yeah, 100%.
I believe.
Yes, it's very therapeutic.
Well, this is it, right? So we've got some stir fry. Now, the first basic thing that we really, really need to talk about stir frying is your wok, right? And the heat of the wok.
Okay.
This is what a lot of people kind of get wrong when it comes to stir frying, right? You've got two things when you're stir frying. You've got stirring and you've got frying. Yeah, pretty basic.
Sounds obvious.
Pretty basic, right?
But not always as easy.
Now, if I get a spoon, for example, now if you want to just bring out your hand for me, and I stir, is that hot air or cold air?
Cold air.
Cold air, right? So if I'm stirring, I'm adding in cold air. I need heat to cook because I need heat to fry.
Yeah.
So frying will come through with nice high heat, But as I stir, I'm going to add in cold. So I need to make sure that heat is double.
Okay.
But the more ingredients I throw in there, the lower my heat. So sometimes it's wise to use the same wok, right? Do a little bit, empty it out, do another little bit, empty it out, do another little bit, empty it out. You know, a lot of people will say to you, start off with your meat, pull it out, wipe down the wok, go again, right? And that's kind of that little bit of secret. But what I'm going to show you today is one of those secrets is I don't like wastage either, right? Wastage is very, very important in your day-to-day to understand that we do not need to waste food because we really, really need to protect it as much as possible, just like the kids, all right?
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we're going to use some old rice that we had from leftover from 2 or 3 nights ago.
Yep.
If you're going to use this for like a stir fry or anything like that, my advice is leave it in the fridge uncovered.
Okay.
Get it dry. Get rid of the moisture, right? We want to fry the rice. We don't want to kind of have any boily bits in it.
Yep,
okay.
sure.
So we're going to heat this up. What I'm going to get you to do for me is I need you to smash this garlic.
Sure.
While I heat up my wok. Don't worry about peeling it. This is the wonderful part about garlic, right? This is one thing that a lot of people are like, this is the speed, right? This is that speed thing. You're working, you're writing books, getting published by Penguin and all this kind of stuff. We want to make sure we do it fast, we do it quick, we do it easy. All right?
Awesome.
So don't worry about peeling it, and we just want to infuse the garlic into the oil as much as possible. So, oil, right? We're going to pour in a little bit of oil into our wok. Then we're going to throw in our garlic, and we're going to throw in our ginger. Now the reason why I throw in my garlic and ginger while the wok is heating up and while that oil is heating up is because it's just going to give it time to let the oils and those essential flavors kind of come out. It's kind of taking what you do now, which is great, to phenomenal, right? We're just going to take it that one step further by extracting that flavor, by pulling in out those flavors and those tastes. Then what I get you to do is we'll slice up some mushrooms, right? Give them a quick slice up. Oh, knife skills 101, look at you go. So when you come up with these books, how do you think about the illustrations as well? Like, do you actually, because you write the book, do you get someone to draw the pictures or?
Well, for this particular one, there are more, I'd say it's a minor illustration. It's illustrated sort of handwritten notes. So I just put them in a different font in this instance, and actually a book designer will come and lay that all out beautifully.
So that's the process, like
yes,
you've kind of written it and then you've got a designer to put it together.
Yeah. Yes.
Quite fascinating.
But a traditional picture book would go off with just text, and then the publisher would actually source an illustrator independently.
To illustrate to the words that you wrote.
You never know what it's going to look like until it comes back.
Well, we definitely know what this is going to look like.
Good.
So we've got garlic, we've got ginger, the wok is getting nice and hot. You could already smell the garlic, you can smell the ginger.
It's beautiful.
If you like chili, this is the part where you add chili.
Okay.
Right? But because we're going to keep it kid orientated, sometimes they don't like chili, we're going to keep it out, right? Give it a good stir. All of a sudden, flavors are coming out. Now we're going to throw in the mushies. And one thing I like about this fried rice is that it's going to be used with like whole pieces of vegetables, so you can actually see what you're eating, right? It's not little dices, pieces and things like that. We're not going to try and hide anything. So we're just going to toss it through. Now to toss through, a lot of people go, how do chefs do this kind of thing? The best secret I can give you is take out some raw rice in a frying pan. Go outside to the grass, put some rice in, and literally start off by pushing forward and then flicking up and around.
All right.
Up and around. And then that way, your food can start to stir fry. Now, the biggest secret, like I was saying with you about the frying part, can you hear it?
Yeah.
Right? We want to hear that frying,
Sizzle.
that sizzle. Once you stop hearing the sizzle, get it out of the pot, get it out of the wok. Start again, right? We want to continuously hear that sizzle as much as possible. We're going to throw in some of our 2-day-old rice. We've got some tofu. Right, this is just soy-coated tofu that we got from the local supermarket. Nothing fancy. It's always good to have a little bit of tofu inside your kitchen. Now, as you can see, I'm spreading it out. Right? Let the heat go right around, because if you concentrate all your stuff in the middle, right, what's going to happen is it's going to kind of dial down in
Yeah.
heat. By keeping it all separated, you can hear that frying and that crackling.
Yeah.
So we've got a little bit of soy sauce. And we've got a touch of the sweet soy.
Ah.
Now the sweet soy is basically there for the kids, right? The kids are gonna like the
Yeah,
sweet soy.
yeah.
Now we give that a quick stir. So we've got our beautiful tofu, our broccolini. We're gonna grab our plate. And we're gonna place this on our plate. Place that there. Put it
Beautiful.
back on the heat. You ready for this? You're gonna love this part. We're gonna grab this and we're just gonna go over to the fridge. We're gonna grab a couple of eggs. You're gonna crack me in a couple of eggs into that.
Get whisking.
We're gonna get,
Oh, that's a hard one.
there we go. We're going to use a fork, give that a quick whisk around.
I'm happy with this because my character has a thing about eggs in his book.
Yeah, right. Funny that.
Keeps them going.
So what's the story about? Is there a hit, like, you know, we're talking about eggs in the story and things like that. What other kind of, what can we look forward to reading the book?
Oh, good question. Well, lots of Australian humour for a start. There's a beautiful relationship between a homeless man and the child. He becomes his mentor. There we are.
Yeah, perfect, yeah.
And lots of interesting fried eggs and peanut butter recipes.
Fried eggs and peanut butter. It's kind of like satay eggs.
Kind of.
Yeah.
More like Elvis's Fool's Gold sandwich. We've got a lot of that going on. Bacon, peanut butter,
I like it.
jelly.
I think we
Yeah.
need to just do some more cooking on those recipes.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's make those recipes come to life. So we're going to put a little bit of oil into our wok, and we're just going to spread that oil around, get it all the way around. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add in our egg. Give it a stir around.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Then all we're going to do is just fold it off the wok.
I've always wondered how you do that. Now I know.
And then just over the top, just like that. This kind of finishes it off a little bit, makes it a little bit more kind of filling.
Yeah.
You know, you got the tofu. This is a great thing. I believe if you really like your meat and you really enjoy meat and things like that, you should be eating vegetarian at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Right? Just gives the belly a little bit more of a calming, relaxing kind of feel. Helps with anxiety, helps with the depression part and things like that. So this is a wonderful little dish, but I can't wait for you to try it. And you know what? I really, really would like to know if you think the kids would like this, more importantly.
Okay.
So give a dig in.
Go.
I think more importantly, if you're going to cook something for the kids, you've got to make sure that the kids enjoy it and the kids like it.
Yeah.
You can actually get them involved as well, pulling apart the broccolini, squashing up the mushrooms, you know, all that kind of stuff, whisking up the eggs. And by having the kids connected to the ingredients, I think they're going to really kind of enjoy
Definitely.
cooking it. What do you
They
reckon?
can happily help with this too. They'd love doing the eggs.
Yeah, cool.
Oh my gosh, that is delicious. And yes, my daughter would definitely love it.
Nice and simple. I can't wait for, is there a release date for the books coming out very soon? Are we looking forward to actually going to the shops, and what shop?
Yeah, July 2023.
Yep.
All good bookshops.
Yeah, fantastic.
And it's called Being Jimmy Baxter.
Being Jimmy Baxter. So ladies and gentlemen, July 2023, Being
Jimmy Baxter.
Jimmy Baxter is going to be out. It's our very own Central Coast writers. We can't wait to find out more. Please do me a favor. I think one of these dishes are going to be fantastic for you at home. I think the kids will like it, and I think that very good looking husband of yours might like it too. But ladies and gentlemen, please follow us for more. Any hints and tips you want, you can make a comment in the comment section and ask us any question you like as well. But until next time, I'm Chef Daniel, and I can't wait to show you more.